Have you ever stood up from your favorite chair and felt like your legs were heavier than usual? Maybe climbing the stairs takes more effort than it used to, or that peaceful walk around the block now feels like a chore. You might think, well, that's just getting older, but what if it's not? What if that creeping weakness isn't just about age, but something far more serious and more preventable? According to a study from Harvard Medical School, nearly 90% of Americans over 60 are experiencing significant muscle loss without even realizing it. This condition has a name: sarcopenia. It slowly steals your strength, your balance, your independence, one unnoticed day at a time. The frightening part? Most people don't know it's happening until it's too late, until they've fallen, until they can't make it up the stairs, until simple movements become mountains. But here's the truth no one tells you: it doesn't have to be this way. You see, muscle loss isn't just a consequence of time, it's a result of how we nourish our bodies and how we move them. And the good news? There's something you can do about it. In fact, there are 6 simple foods, yes, foods you probably already have in your kitchen, that have been scientifically shown to help restore strength, rebuild muscle, and bring back that steady, confident feeling in your legs. In the next few minutes, I'll walk you through each of them, one by one. But more importantly, I'll show you how to use them the right way, because when it comes to your legs, it's not just about eating more. It's about fueling smarter. And if you've ever felt like your legs are holding you back from living fully, this is the beginning of getting that power back step by step, meal by meal. Let's begin with something so simple, so familiar, that you might not believe how powerful it truly is: the sweet potato. That bright orange root vegetable you've probably had at Thanksgiving or roasted alongside dinner. It's more than just a side dish. For your muscles, especially as you age, sweet potatoes are like premium-grade fuel. While most people reach for quick fixes like white bread or sugary snacks that spike and crash your energy, sweet potatoes offer something different: complex carbohydrates that release energy slowly and steadily. That means your legs get the fuel they need throughout the day, not just for an hour. And here's something you might not know: a single medium sweet potato contains more potassium than a banana. Potassium is essential for muscle function. It helps your muscles contract and relax properly. If you've ever been woken up by a leg cramp in the middle of the night, that's likely your body's way of screaming for potassium. But sweet potatoes don't stop there. That beautiful orange color? It comes from beta-carotene, which your body converts into vitamin A. While most people think of vitamin A as being good for your eyes, it also plays a critical role in repairing micro-damage to muscle fibers that naturally occurs with daily movement. When you walk, bend, or even get out of bed, your muscles experience tiny tears. In younger bodies, those tears are repaired quickly, but as we age, the repair process slows. Beta-carotene helps speed that back up. Sweet potatoes are also rich in antioxidants, which combat chronic inflammation, something that quietly builds up in aging muscles and joints. Think of inflammation as rust in a machine. It wears things down slowly. Sweet potatoes help scrub that rust away. And when prepared properly, baked, roasted, or steamed with just a touch of olive oil, they become not just nourishing, but healing. That healthy fat helps your body absorb vitamin A more efficiently. Sprinkle a little cinnamon, and you've got a meal that stabilizes blood sugar and fuels recovery. You don't need to eat a mountain of them. Just one fist-sized sweet potato, 2 or 3 times a week, can make a meaningful difference. In fact, I've seen people notice more energy, less stiffness, and steadier steps within weeks. Your legs aren't just hungry, they're waiting for the right kind of fuel, and sweet potatoes deliver exactly that. Now let's talk about another everyday food that most people overlook: oats. You might think of them as just a breakfast staple, something plain or boring. But beneath that simple appearance lies one of the most powerful endurance-boosting foods for aging legs. Oats provide exactly the kind of steady, reliable energy your muscles crave. As we age, our bodies become less efficient at controlling blood sugar. It spikes, It crashes, and those dips can leave you feeling weak, dizzy, or just plain exhausted halfway through the day. Oats help fix that. They contain a unique type of fiber called beta-glucan, which slows digestion and provides a gradual release of glucose into your bloodstream. That means no roller coaster energy, just consistent fuel that keeps your legs moving. But oats aren't just about carbs. They also offer plant-based protein, something many people forget. And here's a fact that surprises most seniors: your body actually needs more protein as you age, not less. That's because older bodies don't absorb or utilize protein as efficiently. So even if you think you're eating enough, your muscles might still be starving. Oats help close that gap. And when paired with a handful of nuts or a spoonful of nut butter, you've got a meal that gives your muscles protein, healthy fat, and slow-burning carbs all in one bowl. There's more. Oats contain iron, which helps carry oxygen to your muscles. Low iron means your legs tire faster, and your energy drains quicker. They also contain magnesium, a mineral crucial for smooth muscle contraction and relaxation. If you've felt twitching, cramping, or restless legs at night, magnesium might be the missing piece. According to recent studies published on PMC, beta-glucan and other compounds in oats have even been linked to reductions in inflammation markers like IL-6 and TNF-alpha, suggesting oats can support muscle recovery, not just stamina. So whether you enjoy them warm in the morning, soaked overnight, blended into a smoothie, or sprinkled into yogurt, oats are incredibly versatile. And the impact? Real. I once worked with a retired firefighter named Frank. He swapped his sugary cereal for oatmeal, topped with blueberries and walnuts. Within 2 weeks, he told me, "I don't need my afternoon nap anymore." That's the quiet power of steady fuel. Oats don't just keep you full, they keep you going. Next, let's talk about a food that's creamy, green, and often misunderstood: avocados. Most people think of them as just trendy toast toppings or something for guacamole, but they are far more powerful than they appear. For aging muscles and stiff joints, avocados are nature's anti-inflammatory medicine. You see, inflammation is one of the biggest hidden enemies of strength. It creeps in quietly, especially as we get older, and makes muscles feel tight, joints feel sore, and legs feel heavy in the morning. But avocados fight that fire from the inside. They're packed with monounsaturated fats, the same heart-healthy fats found in olive oil, which help reduce inflammation throughout the body. And when your muscles are less inflamed, they recover faster, move more freely, and feel lighter. But that's just the beginning. Avocados also contain more potassium than bananas, giving your legs the minerals they need to contract and relax smoothly. A potassium-rich diet helps prevent those sudden leg cramps, restless legs at night, and that shaky feeling when you stand up too fast. What's more, avocados are rich in vitamin E, one of the most powerful antioxidants for muscle and nerve protection. Vitamin E supports cell repair, helping your muscles bounce back from everyday wear and tear. And it doesn't stop there. One of avocado's greatest superpowers is its ability to help your body absorb nutrients from other foods. Many of the vitamins that support muscle growth, like vitamins A, D, E, and K, are fat-soluble. That means they need fat to be absorbed properly. So if you eat a salad full of healthy greens but no fat, you might only absorb a fraction of the nutrition. But add a few slices of avocado, and suddenly your body can soak it all in. I once worked with a retired teacher named Helen. She told me she didn't like avocados too bland, too mushy. But her knees ached constantly, and she couldn't stand for long without discomfort. I encouraged her to try them mashed with lemon and salt on whole grain toast. She gave it a shot. 3 weeks later, she said, "I don't groan when I stand up anymore." 6 months later, she was walking a mile a day and gardening again. That's not luck. That's science doing its job when you give it the right tools. Just half an avocado, 2 or 3 times a week, can make a real difference in how you move and how you feel. It's not about eating perfectly. it's about eating purposefully. Let's move on to something colorful, sweet, and surprisingly powerful: berries. Whether it's blueberries, strawberries, raspberries, or blackberries, these tiny fruits are far more than just a tasty snack. For your muscles, your brain, and even your balance, berries are some of the most protective foods you can eat. Their secret lies in the deep red, blue, and purple pigments you see. Those vibrant colors come from compounds called anthocyanins, natural antioxidants that fight damage inside your body. You may not see it happening, but every day, your muscles face tiny attacks from oxidative stress and inflammation. Over time, this weakens the fibers that keep you moving. But anthocyanins act like a cleanup crew. They neutralize the free radicals, repair cell damage, and support the growth of healthy new muscle tissue. That means less soreness, quicker recovery, and stronger legs. But berries don't just help your body, they also help your mind. According to research from Harvard and Tufts University, regular berry consumption has been linked to improved memory, sharper focus, and slower cognitive decline in older adults. That's because the same antioxidants that protect muscle cells also enhance communication between brain cells. One small habit like adding berries to your breakfast can support both your strength and your clarity. There's more. Berries also improve blood flow. Anthocyanins help keep your blood vessels flexible and reduce inflammation in your arteries, which allows more oxygen and nutrients to reach your muscles. Better circulation means your legs feel less heavy, your balance improves, and fatigue fades faster. And don't forget vitamin C, another star nutrient in berries. It helps your body produce collagen, the protein that holds muscles, tendons, and joints together. As you age, collagen production slows, which can lead to stiffness and reduced mobility. Berries help keep your joints flexible and your movements smooth. I once met a woman named Clara. She was 72 and told me she used to enjoy long walks, but lately her knees hurt, and she was forgetting little things, like why she entered a room. I asked her to try something simple: half a cup of mixed berries every morning. 3 months later, she returned smiling. Her knee pain was nearly gone, her walks were longer, and she said, "It's not just my legs that feel better, my mind feels sharper too." That's the quiet magic of berries. They don't just make you feel younger, they help your body act younger. And whether they're fresh or frozen, they're easy to add to yogurt, oatmeal, or smoothies. You don't need a lot, just a handful a few times a week can start turning things around from the inside out. Now let's talk about a food that comes from the ocean and does something extraordinary inside your body: salmon. You might look at a piece of salmon and see dinner, but what your muscles see is medicine. Rich in high-quality protein, omega-3 fatty acids, vitamin D, and B12, salmon is one of the most powerful natural tools we have for rebuilding muscle, especially as we age. Let's start with the basics. Your muscles need protein to grow and repair, but not just any protein. They need what's called complete protein, which means it contains all 9 essential amino acids in the right balance. Salmon delivers exactly that. When you eat salmon, your body receives the raw materials to patch up and strengthen the muscle fibers that break down a little bit every time you move. And as we get older, that repair process becomes slower and less efficient. That's where omega-3 seconds step in. These special fats, EPA and DHA, don't just support heart health. They actually signal your muscle cells to rebuild. According to research from Harvard and the Journal of Clinical Nutrition, older adults who ate salmon twice a week improved their leg strength by over 30% in just 4 months. That's not coincidence. That's chemistry. Omega-3 seconds also reduce inflammation in muscle tissue, improving recovery and reducing soreness. And they enhance circulation so more oxygen and nutrients reach your muscles, helping them work better and last longer. Imagine walking farther, standing longer, and climbing stairs without gasping for air. That's what better blood flow and stronger muscle fibers can do. Then there's vitamin D. Many seniors are deficient in it, and low vitamin D is linked to weak muscles, poor balance, and a greater risk of falls. Salmon gives you a natural source of vitamin D that your body can absorb easily. Add in vitamin B12, which supports nerve function and helps your brain send clear signals to your muscles, and you've got a complete package for movement, stability, and strength. I remember a man named Richard, 78 years old, who told me he couldn't stand for more than a few minutes without needing support. His daughter encouraged him to try salmon twice a week, just baked with olive oil and herbs. 4 weeks later, he said, "I feel steady again." 3 months later, he was back to mowing his own lawn. That's not a miracle. That's what happens when your body gets the building blocks it's been missing. You don't need fancy supplements. Just 2 to 3 servings of salmon per week can be your muscle repair kit. And if fresh salmon feels out of reach, canned salmon works too. What matters is consistency. Your body will take it from there. Let's close out our list of powerful foods with something humble, familiar, and often underestimated: the egg. For decades, eggs have sat quietly in our refrigerators, seen as simple breakfast food. But when it comes to rebuilding and protecting your muscles, especially your legs, eggs are one of the most complete sources of nutrition nature has ever created. Inside every egg is a near-perfect balance of protein, fats, and nutrients that your body knows exactly how to use. Each egg contains all 9 essential amino acids, making it a complete protein, meaning it has everything your muscles need to repair and grow stronger. And unlike many supplements or powders, your body absorbs egg protein almost entirely. That's crucial as you get older, because aging bodies become less efficient at using protein. So the more bioavailable it is, the more benefit your muscles receive. But here's where most people make a mistake: they skip the yolk. For years, we were told to fear cholesterol, to toss the yellow center and only eat the whites. But science has changed that story. The cholesterol in eggs has little impact on most people's blood levels, and the yolk is actually where the real treasures lie. It contains vitamin D, which supports muscle strength and bone health. It also delivers choline, a nutrient that helps your brain communicate with your muscles. Strong muscles aren't just about bulk, they rely on clear signals from your nervous system. Choline helps keep that connection sharp. The yolk also includes antioxidants like lutein and zeaxanthin. While they're often associated with eye health, they also help reduce oxidative stress in muscle tissue. That means faster recovery, less soreness, and greater long-term resilience. I once worked with a retired carpenter named James. He was 75 and told me, "I can still hold a hammer, but I can't climb the ladder anymore." He had stopped eating breakfast most days, relying on toast and coffee. I asked him to try just 2 eggs each morning. 3 weeks later, he told me, "I can walk up my driveway without stopping." 2 months later, he said, "I feel sturdy again." That's the quiet transformation eggs can bring. They don't require expensive prep or special recipes. Boiled, poached, scrambled, it all works. What matters most is consistency. 1 or 2 eggs a day, most days of the week, can help rebuild the strength that time has tried to take away. When paired with other smart foods like oats, sweet potatoes, or avocados, eggs don't just nourish, they help your body heal from the inside out. So, now, you've heard the 6 everyday foods that can help keep your legs strong, your balance steady, and your energy flowing: sweet potatoes to fuel your movement, oats to sustain your endurance, avocados to fight inflammation, berries to protect and heal muscle cells, salmon to rebuild from deep within, and eggs to tie it all together with pure, complete nutrition. These aren't exotic superfoods. They're not miracle pills or expensive powders. They're simple, natural tools. Your body already knows how to use foods you can find in any grocery store, foods you may already have in your kitchen. But here's the truth: knowledge alone doesn't change anything. What changes your life is action: small, consistent action. You don't need to overhaul your entire diet overnight. You don't need perfection. What your body needs is rhythm. One good meal, one smart choice, one step in the right direction repeated again and again until it becomes part of you. So here's something you can start today: the 1-minute activation habit. After you eat one of these powerful meals, whether it's a bowl of oats with berries, a piece of salmon with sweet potatoes, or just 2 scrambled eggs, get up and move for 60 seconds. March in place, stretch your arms, roll your shoulders, or take a short walk across the room, just 1 minute. Why? Because that tiny burst of movement sends a message to your muscles: we still use this body. And when your muscles hear that, something incredible happens. They begin to respond. They take the nutrients you just gave them and turn it into new strength. That's not just theory, it's backed by science. Movement activates muscle protein synthesis, even in older adults. It's like flipping on a light switch that tells your body, let's rebuild, and it works. I want you to picture yourself 6 months from now. You wake up, stretch your legs, and feel solid. You walk to the kitchen with ease, without stiffness or hesitation. You go for a walk, carry your groceries, or even play with your grandkids, and it feels natural, like your body is finally working with you again, not against you. That version of you isn't a fantasy. It's the result of the choices you start making today. So, here's my challenge. Choose one of the 6 foods you learned today. Add it to your next meal. Then take 1 minute to move. That's it. 1 food. 1 minute. And if this message has inspired you even just a little, hit the like button so it reaches someone else who needs it. Type day 1 in the comments if you're ready to start. And make sure to subscribe, because in the next video, I'll show you a full morning routine that takes less than 5 minutes and helps amplify the effects of everything we just talked about. Remember, you're not too old, too late, or too far gone. Your body still remembers how to heal. You just have to remind it. And it all begins with what's already in your home: real food, real movement, real strength, one step at a time.